We can let this roll into track 3 because it'll play the real tune that's on iTunes now. So cute, you know, like the idea for the acoustic guitar was so sweet. I went, oh, that's the sweetest thing. And I went, sweetest thing? I could write a song about my dog. She's the sweetest thing.
Childlike, rolling on the floor. Garden, deep as the jungle you run. Every moment a new day, together in the sun. You are the sweetest thing.
I live out in the woods. While I was tracking this one summer, I realized the acoustics and the guitars, I mean, well, the acoustics are the guitars, but the vocals, all had crickets on the recording. And I'm playing this, and I realized there's a cricket sample in GarageBand. I went, that would be a fun way to end the tune. I go to mix, I was like, no wonder you want to put crickets on the fade out. They're all through the song. That's hilarious. The other thing that I think is so fantastic about technology is when I was finally having enough money where I could buy toys to record, and you know they were much more expensive before for a lot less capability. My friend was even one of the first people to buy the very first version of Finale, knowing full and aware that it wasn't going to work, just to help the company along because she thought they were onto something really cool. She spent $1,000 for that program. And it didn't work. And it was like, worse than it is now. You know? So anyway, what I liked was that back then, even when I was getting ready to make my first album, everybody was saying to me, are you crazy? They don't even take the care to make sure Stevie Wonder's album doesn't have pops and jumps and scratches. And they're not going to master your album to make it really work. You know, you're going to spend a ton of money. Everything's crossing over and getting ready for CDs anyway. Why don't you just make a CD? So I started my own record company in 1989, and I was one of the first faculty members who released a CD instead of releasing an album. And a lot of my peers were saying, what are you doing? Why are you doing all that work and spending all that money yourself? Why don't you just wait for a real label to, you know, like, it's fake if you're going to do it yourself. I mean, it was a weird thought process back then, but everybody I knew, especially me, we all wanted our creative control, and we wanted to be able to do it our way. So the fantastic thing about that was we could record ourselves, get a good mastered, finished mix rather, bring it to the mastering house, spend anywhere from $500 to $1,500 mastering it, making a 1630 U-matic cassette. I don't even know if you know what those things are. Those were huge, giant video platform type things that they used as like the mother to press the CDs to make the glass master. Then they'd make a glass master. And, even without studio time, an album could cost me anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. And I put out a few CDs, but it was always not that I didn't have enough songs to keep putting them out every 6 months or every year. I couldn't afford to do it. And then all the pressing, all the artwork, all the books, and all the headaches of, you can't even say to the graphic artist, okay, I want this blue, and pick the real Pantone color and think that you're really going to get that, because by the time it goes onto the paper you chose, and the saturation and the hue and the light and the who, there's so many. I don't know how graphic artists do it without going absolutely insane. Because if I had a mix that way, I would be like, it's too bright, it's too dark, it's too this, it's too that. I don't know how they do it. That's a whole other thing. What's fantastic about it now is that it's gotten to the point where, because technology is so advanced, I don't even have to do the mastering at the mastering house. You have mastering programs within Logic. You have extra things called Peak. You can play around in those. You can take it to a separate set of speakers, or even to a friend with a separate set of ears, or even actually master it and only spend $1,500 to put out a record. But my costs went down from, $5,000 to $10,000 a CD down to $1.60, and then because of You Send It, it went down to free. So I can upload my stuff now to CD Baby, which is a fantastic independent record online store. I don't know if you guys haven't heard of it, but usually they charge you about $35 an upload fee per album, but because they host my website, I can upload things for free, as many as I want. So instead of waiting for 12 or 15 songs to be done, I've been releasing singles since October, and within a few weeks, they're up on iTunes. And they're available as soon as I'm ready to say, hey, I have a new song. Not, 7, 8, 10 months later, it's finally proofread and there's still mistakes, or it's finally pressed, or now I've got boxes and boxes of stuff sitting in my basement. Have you done that yet? Have you released your stuff and gotten on to worldwide distribution within a few weeks? It's just amazing. It's so exciting. Anyway, the next two, if you let them roll, are 2 more singles that have fake piano on them. Sorry, Jen.
That's all right.
And I think another slide guitar. The second one we'll hear has actually, this is a song called Hold On. The one after this will feature Danny Morris on bass. This one's all me again, I think.